Hey Spurs fan! We're back with another exclusive video and the hottest updates for you. Before we start, make sure to subscribe to the channel and smash the like button so you never miss any news about the San Antonio Spurs. Let's get to the news. What if I told you that one trade could unravel an entire franchise? Earlier this year, the Dallas Mavericks shocked the NBA world by sending Luka Doncic to the Los Angeles Lakers in a jaw-dropping deal for Anthony Davis and other assets. This unprecedented move not only devastated the Mavericks' future but also led to the firing of their general manager, Nico Harrison. Now, chaos reigns in Dallas, with rumors swirling that the entire roster is up for grabs, including an All-NBA big man. What does this mean for the Mavericks, and who will be the next to wear that iconic jersey? Stay tuned as we dive deep into the fallout from this mind-blowing trade. In a shocking twist that left the basketball world reeling, the Dallas Mavericks executed one of the most absurd trades in NBA history earlier this year, sending their star player Luka Doncic to the Los Angeles Lakers in exchange for Anthony Davis and additional assets. This bewildering move not only dismantled the Mavericks franchise but also set them back years, leaving fans and analysts alike questioning the decision-making process. The ramifications of this trade have been catastrophic, culminating in the dismissal of Nico Harrison, the architect behind the deal. As chaos ensues in Dallas, the entire Mavericks roster appears to be on the trading block, with Davis, once viewed as a prized asset, now an intriguing question mark in the market. As the dust settles from this astonishing trade, CBS Sports writer Sam Quinn has taken a closer look at the implications of acquiring Anthony Davis for various teams, categorizing them into tiers based on the feasibility and logic behind pursuing a deal for the All-NBA big man. While some teams may find the allure of Davis irresistible, Quinn's insights reveal a stark reality: the San Antonio Spurs, a team that has been meticulously building for a brighter future, may want to think twice before making such a move. Davis brings with him a massive contract, worth $54 million this season alone, and it only escalates from there, Quinn notes. This financial burden could prove detrimental for a franchise with ambitions to remain competitive in the long run. To fully grasp the weight of this situation, we must consider the historical context that has led us to this juncture. The Mavericks, once a powerhouse with a championship pedigree, have seen their fortunes plummet in the wake of this trade. Their decision to part ways with Doncic, a generational talent, in exchange for a player like Davis who has struggled with injuries throughout his career, has raised eyebrows across the league. This is not merely a bad trade, it's a seismic shift that has altered the landscape of the NBA. The Spurs, on the other hand, are in a position of relative stability, boasting a young star in Victor Wembanyama. The contrast between these two franchises could not be more pronounced, as one grapples with the fallout from an ill-fated decision while the other carefully cultivates its future. The immediate implications of this trade are staggering. For the Spurs, the prospect of acquiring Anthony Davis raises more questions than it answers. Would he fit seamlessly alongside Wembanyama and the rest of the team? While the idea of a Twin Towers duo is enticing, the Spurs still face significant gaps in perimeter shooting that a trade for Davis wouldn't address. The thought of pairing him with De'Aaron Fox could create a formidable frontcourt, but at what cost? As they consider their options, Spurs fans should hope that general manager Brian Wright resists the temptation to make a rash decision. With so many complications surrounding a potential Davis trade, the risks may far outweigh the rewards. As the trade rumors continue to swirl, one can't help but wonder, what will the Spurs choose to do next? The ramifications of the Mavericks' decision to trade Anthony Davis could reverberate through the franchise for years to come. If the Spurs were to acquire Davis, they would not only be tying up significant financial resources but also jeopardizing their future flexibility. The potential for a formidable frontcourt with Wembanyama and Davis may sound enticing, but the reality is that the Spurs would be sacrificing the ability to build around them effectively. With the looming shadow of Giannis Antetokounmpo's potential availability, the Spurs must weigh the long-term benefits of holding onto their assets against the risk of being pigeonholed into a less adaptable roster. The stakes are high, and any misstep could lead to a prolonged period of mediocrity, reminiscent of teams that chased short-term gains at the expense of long-term success. Reactions to these swirling trade rumors have been mixed, with analysts and fans weighing in on the implications of such a move. Some speculate that Davis's experience and talent could provide a short-term boost, while others point to his injury history as a ticking time bomb. The market is heating up, and teams are keenly aware of the dynamics at play. With other franchises closely monitoring the situation, the Spurs would not only have to contend with their own strategy but also navigate the interest from teams that may perceive Davis as a potential game-changer. The pressure is mounting, with every decision echoing through the league and shaping the narrative of the upcoming season. Considering the various scenarios, one can't help but envision the Spurs pursuing alternative routes. Perhaps they could seek a more versatile forward who can stretch the floor, allowing Wembanyama to thrive in the paint without the constraints of Davis's contract. Or, they might explore a trade for a player with fewer injury concerns and a more favorable salary cap impact. As the trade deadline approaches, the urgency for the Spurs to make the right call intensifies. With the stakes so high, the decisions made in the coming weeks could define the franchise's trajectory for years to come. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the potential moves that could reshape the Spurs' future and examine the players who might be on their radar. What happens when a rising star like STEPHON feels undervalued and decides to leave? Could his departure spell trouble for the Spurs' future, or is it just the wake-up call they need? As we dive deeper into Castle's impact on the team, we'll explore how his absence could reshape San Antonio's dynamics and whether the Spurs can fill the void left by a player who believed he deserved more. Stay tuned as we unravel the implications of this pivotal moment for the franchise. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a thumbs up. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the San Antonio Spurs. In the dimly lit corridors of the basketball arena, the weight of expectation hung thick in the air, each echoing footstep a reminder of the relentless pressure that surrounded STEPHON. The cheers of the crowd that once fueled his passion now felt like distant whispers, drowned out by the growing sense of disillusionment that had taken root in his heart. It wasn't the game itself that was causing this turmoil, it was the realization that, despite his undeniable talent and dedication, he had begun to feel like just another cog in the machine. The glitz and glamour that came with being a rising star had dulled, revealing a stark truth: he was not being valued for his unique contributions, but rather seen as a mere asset, a player to be utilized rather than celebrated. As he sat in the locker room, the vibrant colors of his team's uniform contrasting with the gray shadows of his thoughts, STEPHON grappled with the notion of loyalty. He had poured his sweat and soul into every practice, each game a testament to his commitment to the team. Yet, the more he gave, the more he felt overlooked, as if the praise and recognition he desperately sought were always just out of reach. Conversations with coaches felt perfunctory, their eyes glazed over as they discussed strategies and statistics, their focus seemingly fixed on numbers rather than the individual behind them. It was a harsh realization: the very passion that had driven him to pursue this dream now felt like a double-edged sword, cutting deep into his sense of self-worth. In the quiet moments, away from the bright lights and roaring fans, STEPHON found himself contemplating what it meant to be valued. Was it merely the accolades and endorsements that defined worth, or was there something deeper, a sense of belonging that transcended mere performance on the court? He yearned for an environment where his voice could resonate, where his ideas would be welcomed and his contributions recognized. The camaraderie that had once felt so genuine now seemed tainted, overshadowed by an unspoken hierarchy that left him feeling isolated. As he watched his teammates interact with the coaching staff, he felt a pang of envy. They were engaged, animated, a part of something that he had increasingly come to feel excluded from. As the season wore on, STEPHON faced a pivotal decision. The thought of leaving loomed larger with each passing game, tempting him with the promise of fresh beginnings and new opportunities where he might finally be appreciated. The idea of donning another jersey, of stepping into a space that valued his skills and spirit, ignited a flicker of hope within him. He envisioned a team where his contributions would not only be acknowledged but celebrated, where his journey could be woven into a collective narrative that honored each player's story. With every heartbeat, he felt the pull of self-advocacy growing stronger, compelling him to seek out an environment that would not only recognize his potential but also nurture it, allowing him to thrive both as an athlete and as an individual. The impact of a player on a team like the Spurs extends far beyond the statistics and figures that populate the scoreboards. When discussing the potential absence of such a key player, one must consider the intricate web of dynamics that bind the team together. This player, often a linchpin in both offensive and defensive strategies, embodies not just skill but also the spirit and culture of the Spurs. Their ability to read the game, make split-second decisions, and inspire teammates is irreplaceable, creating a ripple effect that can alter the performance of the entire roster. The chemistry built over countless hours of practice and games is fragile, and the loss of this player could disrupt the carefully crafted synergy that has been honed over time. Moreover, the psychological ramifications of losing a pivotal player cannot be understated. The Spurs have long thrived on their strong team ethos and collective resilience. When a crucial player is sidelined, it can lead to a palpable shift in the locker room atmosphere. Teammates may begin to doubt their capabilities, feeling the weight of expectation increase as they try to fill the void left behind. This pressure can manifest in various ways, from altered playing styles to hesitancy on the court. The confidence that stems from knowing that a reliable player is there to shoulder the burden can dissipate quickly, leaving the Spurs vulnerable to the mental strains that accompany high-stakes competition. In addition to the emotional and psychological challenges, the practical aspects of game strategy would also suffer significantly. This player likely plays a vital role in both offensive plays and defensive setups, serving as a crucial pivot around which the Spurs' game plan revolves. Coaches would need to scramble to adjust their tactics, often leading to experimentation that could disrupt the team's flow. New roles would need to be defined, and while this might provide opportunities for other players to step up, it runs the risk of diluting the overall effectiveness of the squad. The Spurs have always been known for their adaptability, but the absence of a key contributor can lead to a disjointed approach that undermines the very foundation of their game. Lastly, the long-term effects of losing a player can resonate well beyond a single season. The Spurs pride themselves on building a legacy of excellence, but every setback must be carefully managed to avoid eroding the foundations of future success. The development of younger players, the shaping of bench depth, and the overall trajectory of the team's competitive ambitions could all be jeopardized by the absence of this pivotal figure. The front office might face tough decisions regarding trades or acquisitions, and the very identity of the franchise could shift. In the grand scheme, the loss of this player isn't just about the immediate implications on the court, it also poses a significant challenge to the Spurs' ethos and their quest for sustained greatness. The passion of a football club's supporters is often considered its lifeblood, and in this regard, the fans of the club in question are no exception. Their opinions are as diverse as they are fervent, reflecting a deep-seated connection to their team that transcends mere fandom. Many fans express a sense of pride in their club's history and traditions, often citing iconic moments that have shaped their emotional landscape. From unforgettable victories to heartbreaking losses, these experiences forge a bond that unites supporters across generations. Some fans glow with nostalgia, reminiscing about the days when they would attend matches with family members, sharing in the highs and lows that only a football match can bring. This shared history creates a tapestry of emotions that binds them together, making their loyalty unwavering even in the face of adversity. However, not all opinions are steeped in nostalgia. Many fans are vocal about their desire for change and improvement within the club. They often engage in spirited discussions about tactics, player selections, and management decisions, believing that their insights can contribute to the club's success. These supporters are not content to merely cheer from the stands, they actively seek to influence the club's direction, advocating for strategic signings or changes in coaching staff. There is a palpable sense of urgency among them, fueled by a belief that the club has the potential to achieve greatness. This desire for progress can lead to heated debates, especially when the team faces challenges, but it is this very passion that drives the club forward, pushing both the players and the management to strive for excellence. Moreover, the fans' opinions are often shaped by the broader social and cultural context in which the club operates. Economic factors, community engagement, and the club's role within the local area are all subjects of discussion among supporters. Many fans express a strong desire for the club to remain rooted in its community, emphasizing the importance of nurturing local talent and fostering a strong connection with the fan base. This perspective highlights a sense of responsibility that fans feel towards their club, believing that it should not only be a source of entertainment but also a pillar of the community. As they voice their opinions on social media and in fan forums, it becomes clear that they are not just spectators, they are active participants in shaping the identity and future of the club. Ultimately, the opinions of the supporters are a reflection of their unwavering loyalty and commitment. Whether they are celebrating a hard-fought victory or lamenting a disappointing defeat, their voices resonate with a shared passion that is the essence of football culture. The unity among fans, despite differing views, showcases the power of their collective spirit, reminding everyone involved in the club that it is more than just a game. The supporters are the heartbeat, the driving force behind every chant, every cheer, and every moment of tension and joy experienced during a match. Their insights, desires, and aspirations not only shape their own experiences but also serve as a powerful reminder that the club exists for them, its most devoted patrons. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about our San Antonio Spurs, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and smash that like button. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. See you in the next video, Spurs fans.